Swenson is moving to a new computer program to track their work orders and distribute their work orders. To access your work for Swenson, you'll go to the website propertypreswizard.com. Once you're in the website, you'll enter your username and password and click Login. Once you log in, you'll enter your account. In your account, you'll be able to see all of your work orders and some general information about those work orders. If you need to adjust your home screen of the information that you see here, you can click on this plus button and go through and choose what fields do you want to see. So an example, most people don't need to see loan number. We can go through, find the loan number, uncheck that and save it, and that'll hide that from the home screen. Now the information that you need is still in the work order, but this is what you're just looking at a quick glance. Now when you're on this home screen, you'll also notice there are three icons out to the right. The first icon is the notes icon. If there are any communication notes in the work order, when you put your cursor over there, you'll be able to see all the notes. The second icon is the interstate icon. That'll show you where that property is located. And the third icon is the history icon. If you have multiple work orders at this property, you'll be able to see your history at that property. When you open that up, you will see those links, and those are active links, so you can open up any of your previous work orders and look at the photos or notes. Now when you're on this screen, if you check the box to the left of your work orders, you'll see that takes you to the Actions tab. In the Actions tab, you can come in here and print your work orders. You can export a list to Excel, and you can route. If you click Route and Go, the system will plot that property on a map. And if you put a beginning and ending address in with multiple properties and create route, the system will optimize that route, giving you turn-by-turn directions on the best way to run it. Once you create that route, you can print that to take with you in the field. Before you go into the work orders, if you need to sort your work orders, you can sort by status, by address, by work type, or by work order number, or any of these items down below. If you've ever come in here and you see that there's nothing there and there's supposed to be, if you click Reset Form and Submit, that'll reset and clear out anything up top and pull up all your work orders again. Now to enter your work orders, enter into your work orders, you click on that work order and you'll see the details. Address, due dates, and down below will be work order details, all the line items for that work order. Now for a training work order, we have not put in additional line items. Once you've entered in and gone through all the tabs, you'll go over to this box here and click Ready for Office. And if you're missing anything that was required, the system will show you what has not been submitted or what's not been completed. Now the first work order, or the first tab in the job note or in the work order, is the job notes. If you click on New Note, you can come in and create property notes. Property notes are notes you want to come back every time you get a work order for the property. That may be address corrections, directions, it may be warnings, any type of thing that you want to come back every time. You select property note, type in the note body, and save it. Now if you want to send a note to your client, to Swenson, you can come in, start typing the person's name, hit enter, type in your note, and save it, and that'll send an email to that person at the office. If their name does not appear, you can put in their email address. Lastly, you can set up reminders. So you can come in here and type in your name or type in whatever information you would like, select a date and time you want a reminder sent out, and type in the reminder and save it. When that date and time comes, the system will send you that reminder. The next tab is the PCR form. If there is a PCR form that's required for the work order, when you come to the PCR form, you'll see the form right here, and it is required. If you click on that form, you can come in and access that and fill it out online. If you have a smartphone or a notepad or a tablet, anything that has internet access, you can access this form at the property. If you know you're not going to have internet access, you can come down below and print the PDF version that you can take with you in the field. When you go ahead and fill this out, if you hit once you hit save, if you missed something that was required, the system will highlight that and show you so you can fill that in before you submit it. Now the next tab is the bid completion page. This is where you're going to tell the office what needs to be done at the property and then what you did do at the property. You'll see a list of items here. If you don't find what you're looking for in the list, you can add a line item, click other, and type in a general description, a brief description here on the left. Out to the right would be all the comments. So let's go ahead on this particular one. Let's bid the winterization. And maybe we installed some locks on the front door. And save that note, or save those notes. The system will highlight and tell you information saved. Now the nice thing is, at the top under bid completion notes, if you click on this link here, if you've been to that property in the past, the system will keep track of all those bids. So you can actually select those line items and copy them into the new work order. This will allow you to stay consistent and make sure you're getting the updated photos that you need. Once you've completed your notes, you'll come over to the photo page, upload photos. You can either drag the photos or add the photos. So if you go out and find the photos on your desktop, select them, select the photos that you want to upload, open, and start upload. Now you'll notice the system will check off each photo that's being uploaded. This is done 100% complete. We have our photos in here. Now we can view all photos and see everything that we just uploaded to the system. Now to flag or label your photos, out to the right is a flag button. This will show you everything that you filled in on that bid completion page. To select your photos, simply click on a photo, hold the control key down, and select all the photos that you need. And then click on what those pertain to. Here's my before, here's my during, here's my after. I realize the photos don't match, but it'll sort those photos down below for you so you can go down and review them. If you made a mistake and you need to unflag a photo, simply put your cursor over that photo and click on unflag, and that'll remove that photo from that section. The nice thing about this is when you finish uploading your photos, you can see everything you've done, and it'll prevent that phone call saying that the photo isn't there. As long as you know it's there, or as long as you flagged it, they'll know it's there, and so will you. The last step to uploading your work order is the invoice. When you're done, you'll go to the invoice page. Anything you filled in as a completion in the bid completion page will populate here. Pricing should populate. Once you're done, you'll save invoice. It'll tell you invoice was successfully saved. The system will then generate an invoice number for you, and you can print that for your records. So if you'd like to print that invoice, you can go ahead and hit print, and that'll pull up everything for you for your records. Now once that work order is completed, again, you'll go back to the general info page and mark that ready for office. Now on your home screen, if you see a work order that has a yellow status and is follow-up, that means you've submitted the work order, and that work order is, there's an issue and they're kicking it back to you. You will also receive an email about that. So if you receive that email on follow-up, you know that's a priority work order because you don't have much time to get the answers back to the client. Now you can also use the search tab. The search tab will allow you to search for any of your work orders. Choose the information and hit search, and it'll pull up all that matches that. Forms and docs. This is where you'll find all of your forms, your winterization forms, your client specs, things like that. At this point, we're just starting out with the system, so there isn't anything here, but as time goes on, you'll be able to find those forms and docs here. Oops, sorry about that. Lastly, support. If you have a support question, if it's computer related, you'll come over here to support. You can fill in your question here in the ticket, submit. You can email us, or you can call us. Now, at Property Pres Wizard, we can answer questions about the system, about uploading work, and that type of thing. But if it's a specific question to a work order, you will need to call the office. Now, Property Pres Wizard will work fine on all browsers. However, if you use Internet Explorer, you do need to make sure that all your plugins are up to date. We would recommend, if you're a Windows user, Chrome or Firefox, or if you're a Mac user, Safari works very well in addition to that. If you do have questions about Property Pres Wizard, please feel free again to email us or fill in the support ticket. Thank you.